Okay, so I've been reviewing the 40mm Pancake lens for the EOS that I've been rocking for about 2 days on here, doing a lot of shooting for this video. And I've been I'll show you the B-roll that I have of what I've been rocking around with. And so what I found is this lens can be incredibly sharp for the cost. It can be picked up for under $100 nowadays, and that is a fantastic deal for what it is. It's all metal and has its own little loop and autofocus, which is really good. And it doesn't have any in-body stabilization, but is a fantastic lens. I'm going to show you 2 videos that I've shot over the past 2 days, and one of them was for a whole bunch of graduates over here in Finland. And you're going to see some of the video, which I prefer working with this lens more with the video than I do actually taking photos, even though some of the photos do come out incredibly crisp. I do notice that I miss more photos than often in comparison to RF lenses, but RF lenses are like $1,000 a pop in comparison. This is 1/10 of the cost, and so I think this is a fantastic starter lens for getting into YouTube with the EOS. And there's going to be a whole bunch of EOS that are going to be coming onto the market as the R5 is released, and all these creators pick up better gear, which allows a lot of the lower creators like myself to pick up this EOS, even though I already own it, at a wonderful deal. With no more introduction, let's go into the first video, and then I'll do expose throughout the second video. Ready to head home?
Yes.
Yeah, good day. You got pelted with a lot of candy?
Yes.
Yo, let's go. Okay, so we finished up the first little thing that we had for the day, and then we went up and picked up this little kid that my fiance's, one of her relatives' kids, and we've been running around with him for about a day, and it's been fantastic. And these are some of the photos that we came up with. It is this lens, the 40mm Pancake lens on the EOS is wonderful for street photography. The EOS really makes it pop more. Obviously, it's not going to have as great as quality coming through it as higher quality lenses, but it is a fantastic lens for street photography, video, YouTube, making any types of like little vlogs for yourself. I wouldn't recommend it for any high quality vlogs, but it's enough to catch like a family vacation. So here's the next video, and I'll walk you through some of the things that I've noticed. And of course the light's going to be not as good because I'm not home right now, which is what's really nice about this camera right here, is that you can carry it around. It is so flippin' light in comparison to carrying around the RF 24-105 f4, which almost doubles the weight of this. You can't even tell this, which is another bonus because all the weight comes back into the camera, making it a whole lot more stable for shooting video. Situations like this, that the camera's going to really shine, or at least this lens. I don't have everything quite perfect because I didn't bring the ND filters and everything, but being able to just sit the tripod down and shoot wherever you want. If this is on a 40, I'm only like 4 feet away from it, and so it already has a wide enough angle to do exposition and wonderful B-roll. So here's the second one that I had, and we were running around with the kid at the park and all this wonderful stuff. Sped this up right here. It was actually really sharp, shooting log in the EOS dark scene. This is only 720 quality because this is 120 FPS coming out right here. And this is a time lapse. I thought it did a really good job because of the extra 10 millimeters that you get from the 50 to the 40 really does make a difference. It allows you to take portraits that have a lot more depth to them and area, which is really quite nice. And yeah, exposed shots, but other than that, pretty good footage. And these photos came out really good. Like I said though, every once in a while I'll notice that it's just missing at 2.8, shooting with the really wide bokeh and open on the Pancake lens. It will just miss the focus completely for some reason. I haven't quite figured it out, but it just has a harder time finding it than what it does with any of the other lenses I've worked with. But I don't find that to be a problem. It really does. It's just, I mean, it happens with every lens. It's just I've noticed it more with this lens, obviously. So I do notice a little bit more grain. I'd say about 15% more grain than what I do with the RF class in it, which is a little bit annoying, but it's workaroundable, and you definitely end up, if you shoot, you know, the same shot 4 or 5 times, you're going to get one that is awesome, which is pretty much what you do with any camera all the time. Shoot more photos, only take out a few. And so this has been the review of the 40mm Pancake lens, which I think is a perfect lens for anyone starting it here in YouTube and just trying to do street photography and get going with as cheap a lens as you can on the EOS R, which I think is a fantastic system and that more people should probably be adopting. You can probably also throw this on the RP and it will do just as fine. My name is Daniel. If you enjoy anything mirrorless Canon cameras, follow this channel. We're going to be going over everything coming up. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.
So-called prom.
Yeah.
Because they become the oldest at the high school now. Since these guys are graduating, then the second year students will become the oldest, so they have the prom for that.
Got it. Okay. But yeah, good stuff. I think the lens did really well. It's as long as I hold it out all the way, you can almost fit 2 people comfortably. But you're not going to be able to have any stabilization because it doesn't come with the mirror or come with the lens. And it also, as soon as you start cropping in to get the stabilization with the actual camera, you're going to start losing, and it's going to start looking more like a 50, and so it's going to look about like this close all the time rather than out here where you want it. So yeah, overall good stuff. You can still hear everybody like screaming back there. If I could, way back there. But yeah, other than it just being super wobbly when you walk, I think this is pretty good for doing really tight in close vlogging and super fun events like this that you really don't care about as much. Whew, are we walking uphill?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.